The world of forestry is not for the faint of heart. It is a realm where nature's raw power meets human ingenuity, and only the brave dare to tread. The forest, with its towering trees and dense undergrowth, is both a sanctuary and a battleground. Here, every day is a test of endurance, skill, and courage. It's a world of towering trees, unforgiving terrain, and powerful machines. The landscape is rugged and often treacherous, with rocky outcrops and steep inclines that challenge even the most experienced operators. The machines used in forestry are marvels of engineering, designed to handle the toughest conditions and perform tasks that would be impossible by hand. The men and women who operate these machines are a different breed. They are highly skilled professionals who have undergone rigorous training to master the complex machinery. Clad in protective gear, they work tirelessly, often in extreme weather conditions, to ensure the smooth operation of the forestry industry. They are the unsung heroes of the forest, facing danger head-on to get the job done. Their work is physically demanding and mentally taxing, requiring a high level of concentration and precision. Every task they perform, from felling trees to transporting logs, carries an element of risk. They are the ones who keep the timber industry moving, providing the wood we need for our homes and businesses. The timber they harvest is used in a wide range of products, from construction materials to paper and furniture. Without their efforts, the supply chain would come to a grinding halt. But this line of work is not without its risks. Accidents can and do happen, often with devastating consequences. Machinery can malfunction, trees can fall unpredictably, and the terrain itself can pose a hazard. The workers must always be on high alert, ready to react to any situation that arises. Operating heavy machinery in challenging conditions is a constant test of skill and nerve. The operators must have a deep understanding of their equipment and the environment in which they work. They must be able to make split-second decisions and execute them flawlessly to avoid accidents. These machines are capable of incredible feats of strength and precision, cutting through massive trees with ease and lifting heavy logs as if they were weightless. The technology behind these machines is constantly evolving, with new innovations making them more efficient and safer to operate, but they can also be unforgiving. A minor technical glitch or a momentary lapse in concentration can lead to serious accidents. The operators must be vigilant at all times, constantly monitoring their equipment and the environment to ensure everything is functioning correctly. A moment's lapse in concentration, a slight miscalculation, can have serious consequences. The margin for error is slim, and the stakes are high. The workers must be able to handle the pressure and remain calm under stress, knowing that their safety and the safety of their colleagues depend on their actions. These are the stories of the men and women who live and work on the edge, the heroes of forestry tech. Their stories are filled with moments of triumph and tragedy, of close calls and narrow escapes. They are the backbone of the forestry industry, and their contributions are invaluable. They are stories of bravery, ingenuity, and the unwavering spirit that it takes to conquer the challenges of the forest. These workers are constantly finding new ways to overcome obstacles, using their skills and creativity to solve problems and improve efficiency. Their dedication and perseverance are truly inspiring. They are stories of close calls, near misses, and the satisfaction of a job well done. Every successful operation is a testament to their hard work and determination. The sense of accomplishment they feel when they complete a difficult task is unmatched, and it drives them to keep pushing forward. So buckle up and get ready for a wild ride as we delve into the thrilling adventures of forestry tech. Join us as we explore the lives of these incredible individuals and the cutting-edge technology they use. From the heart-pounding moments of danger to the exhilarating successes, this is a journey you won't want to miss. The air was thick with the smell of pine needles and diesel fuel. The forest was alive with the sounds of nature, the rustling of leaves, and the distant calls of birds. It was a serene setting, but beneath the surface, there was an undercurrent of tension. Deep in the forest, a VHO harvester was working its way through a stand of mature trees. The machine, a marvel of modern engineering, was designed to handle the toughest of tasks, cutting through the dense forest with precision and power. The hum of its engine echoed through the trees, a stark contrast to the natural sounds of the forest. The operator, a seasoned veteran with years of experience, maneuvered the massive machine with practiced ease. His hands moved deftly over the controls, each motion deliberate and calculated. He had spent countless hours in the cabin of the harvester, and his familiarity with the machine was evident in the way he handled it. The harvester's giant claw reached out, effortlessly felling a towering pine and stripping it of its branches in one fluid motion. The tree, once a proud sentinel of the forest, was reduced to a bare log in seconds. The efficiency of the machine was both impressive and a little unsettling, a reminder of the power of human ingenuity. Suddenly, the ground beneath the machine gave way. The forest floor, which had seemed solid and reliable, betrayed the harvester. The operator felt a jolt as the machine lurched violently. The harvester lurched violently to one side, its massive weight threatening to topple it over. The operator's heart raced as he fought to keep the machine upright. The ground, now a treacherous enemy, shifted and buckled under the weight of the harvester. The operator reacted instantly, his years of training kicking in. His hands flew over the controls, making rapid adjustments to counter the tilt of the machine. Every second counted, and he knew that a single mistake could be disastrous. He quickly adjusted the harvester's arm and stabilizers, fighting to regain control of the unstable machine. The harvester's arm extended, seeking a stable point to anchor itself. The stabilizers deployed, digging into the ground in an attempt to steady the machine. For a heart-stopping moment, it was a battle against gravity. The harvester teetered on the edge, its fate hanging in the balance. The operator's mind raced, calculating the best course of action to prevent a catastrophic tip-over. Then, with a groan of metal on wood, the harvester stabilized. The machine, which had been on the brink of disaster, found its footing. The operator's quick thinking and skill had averted a potential catastrophe. The operator let out a sigh of relief, his heart pounding in his chest. He took a moment to gather himself, the adrenaline still coursing through his veins. The close call was a stark reminder of the dangers inherent in his line of work. It had been a close call, a stark reminder of the ever-present danger in this line of work. The forest, with all its beauty and tranquility, could quickly turn into a perilous environment. The operator knew that every day brought new challenges and risks, but it was a job he was committed to, a job that demanded respect for both the machine and the natural world it operated in. The road snaked its way up the mountainside, a narrow ribbon of gravel clinging precariously to the steep slope. Behind the wheel of an LKT-80 forwarder, a young operator focused intently on the treacherous path ahead. The forwarder, laden with freshly cut logs, lumbered forward, its engine straining against the incline. Every turn was a test of skill and nerve. The outer wheels skirted the edge of the precipice, sending showers of loose rock tumbling down the mountainside. One wrong move, one misjudgment of distance, could send the heavily laden forwarder careening over the edge. But the operator handled the challenge with a calm determination. His eyes darted back and forth between the road ahead and his mirrors, his hands moving deftly on the steering wheel and levers. He knew the risks, but he also knew the importance of his job. The logs he carried were destined to become lumber, paper, and countless other products that people rely on every day. The sun glinted off the waters of the Strait of Istanbul as a ferry loaded with logging equipment prepared to depart. The scene was picturesque, with the sunlight dancing on the gentle waves, creating a serene atmosphere that belied the heavy machinery on board. The ferry, a vital link in the transportation of logging equipment, was a common sight in these waters, but today it carried a sense of anticipation. Among the heavy machinery on board was a brand new skidder, its bright paint gleaming in the sunlight. This skidder was the pride of the logging company, a symbol of their investment in modern technology. The crew had taken extra care to secure it, knowing its importance. The skidder's bright colors stood out against the more utilitarian hues of the other equipment, drawing the eye and adding a splash of vibrancy to the deck. The crew, a mix of seasoned veterans and eager newcomers, went about their duties, securing the equipment for the short journey across the strait. The veterans, with their years of experience, guided the newcomers, sharing tips and ensuring that every piece of machinery was properly fastened. The atmosphere was one of camaraderie and professionalism, with everyone focused on their tasks. The sound of chains clinking and machinery being moved filled the air, a symphony of industry. As the ferry pulled away from the dock, a sudden commotion broke out on the upper deck. What had started as a routine departure quickly turned chaotic. Shouts and hurried footsteps replaced the earlier calm, drawing the attention of everyone on board. The source of the commotion was not immediately clear, but it was evident that something had gone wrong. The crew rushed to the railing, their faces etched with concern. They peered over the edge, trying to understand the situation. The sense of urgency was palpable as they realized the potential danger. The veterans barked orders, their experience guiding their actions, while the newcomers followed, their faces a mix of fear and determination. The brand new skidder, its securing chains inexplicably loose, was rolling slowly towards the edge of the deck. The sight was both surreal and terrifying. The skidder, which had been so carefully secured, now seemed to have a mind of its own. The crew's efforts to stop it were in vain, as the heavy machinery continued its slow, inevitable journey towards the edge. With a sickening crunch of metal on metal, the skidder broke through the railing and plunged into the waters below. The sound was deafening, a harsh reminder of the power and weight of the machinery. The skidder's fall seemed to happen in slow motion, each second stretching out as the crew watched helplessly. The splash as it hit the water was enormous, sending waves rippling outwards. A collective gasp went up from the onlookers as the ferry crew scrambled to assess the situation. The shock of the incident was written on everyone's faces. The crew quickly moved into action, their training kicking in as they worked to secure the remaining equipment and ensure the safety of everyone on board. The onlookers, a mix of passengers and workers, could only watch in stunned silence. The unexpected incident was a stark reminder of the unpredictable nature of their work, even in seemingly routine situations. The crew, now gathered on the deck, reflected on what had happened. The veterans shared stories of past incidents while the newcomers listened, absorbing the lessons. The incident had shaken them, but it also reinforced the importance of vigilance and teamwork. As the ferry continued its journey, the crew knew that they would carry the memory of this day with them, a reminder of the ever-present risks in their line of work.